Hi all, welcome back. Today is 30th December 2022, and in this video, let us try to analyze the intraday price action in the Axis Bank chart. Okay, so let us try to see what has happened in this Axis Bank movement today, and what kind of price action or what kind of manipulation has been happened in the Axis Bank today. Let us try to analyze in this particular video. Okay, so I am already on Axis Bank 5-minute time frame chart. Okay, so here I have plotted one key level. Okay, that is coming around 930 rupees. Okay, this level, for your clear understanding, I will remove this. Okay, so only one level I have plotted now. So that is a key support level because if you see from 8th December onwards, it is behaving as a good support until 21st December, and finally yesterday it went above that key support level, and today it was traded above that key support level again. So this is a key support because as you're seeing that once if it is getting support here, then the price is able to move up to this level, that is around 960 roughly. So if price gets this support, and if buyers want to utilize that support, then there is a more chance that price may even go up to this level. So that is the reason we have plotted this as a key level, and we are also seeing the price is getting enough support and enough rejection at that level. Okay, so for today, coming to the today's price action. Okay, so if you see yesterday's price action first, this is yesterday's price action, which is something like completely a buying game. Okay, so right from opening, it is 915 candle. Okay, if I zoom here, you can clearly visible. This is the particular 915 candle. Apart from initial 15 or 20 minutes duration, from there on, buyers kept on buying the stock continuously, and even during the end of the day, also there was a huge buying. Okay, finally they went above that key support level and they closed to good sub. I mean, they closed above the key support and they maintained some good space also between the support and the closing, right? So this is what has happened in the yesterday price action. So generally, what happens, like if you see a continuous rally towards the upside direction in any stock, or even in Nifty or Bank Nifty also. Okay, generally, if we are seeing a continuous rally towards the upside direction in the intraday price action, definitely the next day, the next trading session, most of the intraday traders will look for the buying option only, because they will expect that somewhat the same buying uh, activity or same buying momentum will continue on the next session also. That is what the general expectation of the most of the intraday traders, and they will always look for the buying only. So that is what the common psychology of the intraday traders for the next session. So what happened today is, if I come to today's price action, so initially, okay, as you compare, if you try to compare the previous session and the today's session, what is the behavior? So here also initially 15 minutes or 20 minutes, it was somewhat a downtrend. Okay, if you see, it is, I mean, first 5-minute candle fell down and the small buying, and again it fell down, right? So somewhat a small downtrend, and then on it took it up continuously. So what they did is they behaved in the same pattern actually. Initially, they gave a downtrend and slowly they started buying it again. Okay, so most of the new traders, or those who are not following the price action carefully, basically, they would already would have been taken a buying position, especially in this particular zone, right? Because it is something similar to the yesterday's behavior, and if you compare, once after making a small downtrend, it started moving up continuously. There was no selling at all. So they will expect that it will be a somewhat same behavior today also. And already some those who are too much excited to take their positions immediately, or those who are very much interested to enter their position, or those who want to utilize the, complete price action, whatever the buying is happening. So if they want to take the profit completely, they will force themselves to enter their buy position here itself, right? So there would be lots of new intraday traders, or most of the traders who are not following the price action. But the logic here is, there was a buying here, but it did not even went above the previous resistance. Right? If you see the first small downtrend, this was the small resistance created in the downtrend, but the buying has happened here, but none of the buying or whatever this particular candle, if I say 10:40 a.m. candle, it just reached to that resistance, or it tried to go up to some extent, and the closing is not in favor of the buyer. It means it did not close above that resistance. So this itself is a good signal for the buyers not to be in the game, or not to carry forward, or not to stay in the position for longer duration, because it did not able to close above the previous resistance from where it has fell down. So those who have taken intentionally or unintentionally, if they have taken the buying position by seeing the yesterday's behavior, they should come out of the position. And if you're not taken the position also, this is a signal that you don't need to take the buying position at this point of time. Okay, still you can be on the buying side only, you can look for the buying option only, but it did not give the chance here. It did not give the signal here. That is what we can identify in this particular price action. Now, what happened slowly? It started falling down. Okay, so when what happens here is, when it is slowly started falling down, those who have not taken any position in this particular zone, okay, assume those who have not taken yet any position, either buying or selling in this particular zone, what they will feel? Okay, so buying is not strong today, and it did not even went above the small resistance that it has created in the initial 15-20 minutes, and candles are slowly getting stronger in the red side, mean falling side. So they will take the sell positions. Okay, so especially in this particular zone, there will be most of the sellers will be taking their sell positions, assuming the target should be this red line, whatever the level which we have plotted, that is around 930. So this particular zone, it would have been induced as many sellers as possible, because those who are seeing this kind of, those who are seeing the price action at this moment, they will see these red candles and they will take the sell positions. And those who are seeing this kind of buying, these candles are all green candles only, but the closings are not good. If you observe closely, we will take out this. If you observe closely, none of the candle is closing above the previous candle. So that means it is a good signal that we should not take the buy position. So nobody, most of the traders will not be interested to take the buy position, and immediately a good red candle here. So this behavior and this behavior would have been induced as many sellers as possible, and all these sellers target would be this red line only, or this key support level. And everybody, all the sellers who have taken their positions, they would have kept their stop losses just above this last lower high. So what happened here? They have shown that it is a clear downfall or clear selling behavior, and it is most likely to come to their support. But before coming to that support, buyers started to take it up slowly, slowly, and even they went above that small resistance and they closed it. They closed above that small resistance. So 90% of the sellers who have taken their position here would have been killed off here, because all of them would be keeping the stop loss just above the small last lower high. So all the sellers who have taken position here and here, they would have been killed off. They would have been coming out of their position with the loss. And those who are thinking that they missed the buying opportunity here, especially because they did not get the closing above the resistance, right? But here they got the closing above the resistance. So this particular candle would have induced number of buyers, intraday buyers, to take their position. Those mean all the buyers are taking their position. most of them would be having one point in their mind that here they did not give the signal, but here they gave the signal, though. So there is a chance that they may be keep continuing to buy up to day high at least. But what happened here is immediately right from that key resistance level, it fell down sharply towards the key support level. And the reason they reached to the support is all the buyers are entering their position here. Most of them will be keeping the stop loss just below the day low. So they killed everybody who was taking their buy position here. And one candle, it's just we are in the 5 minute time frame, and within a 5 minute, 5 minute duration, almost if you compare in this way, I will tell you, right from 1:15 p.m. to it took around from here to here, it took around 1 hour 40 minute duration. But this 1 hour 40 minutes duration movement, what got collapsed in just a matter of 5 minutes. That says how strongly they fell down. And at this point, none of the normal traders or retail traders will think about selling, right? Nobody will think about selling because they have got a good signal also. The only sellers who have done this move is the big traders, insurance or banks or brokers, whatever you can say, who has big money with them. They made this particular kind of manipulation today, and they killed off all the buyers in the span of 5 minutes. So, what we can do in this kind of behavior? Generally, you may be getting doubt because we cannot do this kind of move. Only thing is that we want to make sure that we don't take this big loss. At least we don't want to take the huge losses. That's what we can do from our side. Okay. So in that case, I will tell you, or I can give you one suggestion. That is, assume here or here you have taken a buy position. Make sure that you keep your stop loss immediately. Don't forget to keep your stop loss. And most of the time, you keep your stop loss just below the last lower low. 1 minute. This should be your stop loss level. So if you have taken a buy position, you should keep your stop loss. That is a mandatory. And you should also keep your stop loss just below the last lower support, last higher low, last higher low. In the same way, if you would have taken the buy position here in this particular zone, you should keep your stop loss just below the here, or in best case can keep this below this green candle also, because if you go to 1 minute time frame, this would be a last higher low also. So keep your stop losses and keep your stop loss as small as possible, and make sure that it is below the last higher low for the buyers, and it should be above the last lower high for the sellers. So in this kind of scenarios, I can suggest you to follow this kind of trading activity, so that even because what I can tell you here is you cannot even understand why this fall has happened, because it is a manipulated fall. Even though you have kept all your logic, and even though you have done enough analysis also, if they want to manipulate it, then it will be happening that way, and you have to lose your money. So all your analysis and all your strategies will be wrong at that point of time. So to avoid that kind of huge losses, make sure that you're keeping the stop losses, and also make sure that stop loss should also be as much closer to your entry point. And for the buyers, should be keeping the stop loss just below the last higher low. And assume if you want to take a sell position, I will go to the somewhat selling side. Okay. Assume if you have taken any selling position here, you should keep your stop loss just above the last lower high. So make sure if you maintain these stop losses also, you will not take the, or you, because you will not get mean make the, you will not be giving the chance to the manipulators to take a huge loss, right? So that is what you can do from your side or our side, whatever we can do, I mean, to minimize our losses. Right. So I hope this point should be very much clearly understanding to you, and you also follow this stop lossing, I mean, maintaining the stop losses for each trade, so that you will not take the huge losses. So I hope you got your you got my point and you follow this. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Bye.